Jake, good to see you again.
Everything is ready, exactly as you specified. Right this way.
What was that wink for?
The night is young. Be patient. Be patient.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with your champagne.
Okay.
This is really fabulous.
Yeah. I'd say it doesn't get more fabulous than this.
Is this whole restaurant, is this ours tonight?
Mm-hmm. Wait till the violinists show up. Nexus, where romantics go to die.
I certainly hope not.
You know something? I wanted to fill this entire place with candles. Jake's an old friend, but he wouldn't let me. He said it would violate the fire code.
I have been taken on some wild rides in my lifetime, but I think this beats them all.
Well, if you like it, then all you've got to do is marry me. And I swear the ride will never end.
I take all proposals of marriage very seriously.
And well, you should. But don't you think that enjoying somebody's company and having fun is an important part of marriage?
Well, I think it's better than asking someone to take out the garbage.
Oh, seriously. Let me ask you. How much fun have you had in your life since I took the big dive off that bridge?
I've had some. I mean, I haven't had a lot, but I've had some.
I'm not talking about spending time with Jamie. I mean, even though that's fabulous, it is. I'm talking about real fun. Grown-up fun. Like this.
Well, no, having dinner with Jamie is not exactly, fun, but...
When's the last time a man cleared out an entire restaurant just so he could be alone with you?
Look, there are other ways to have fun.
Tell me. I'm all ears. I'm always open for a good suggestion.
I don't know. You can sit home. You can watch old movies. You can pop popcorn. You
like
can...
Edmund?
I'm not going to do a comparison, Tad.
It's not a comparison. It's just a question. That's something you did with Edmund, right?
Yes, Edmund and I had some wonderful times together. You know, spending money like this is grand, but it's not the be-all and end-all of fun.
Brooke, you think I'm talking about spending money? I'm not. I'm talking about a basic philosophy of life.
That's a very lofty idea.
I'm not denying. I never have and I never will that you and Edmund didn't have great times together.
Thank you.
But it is my educated guess that when the two of you did have fun, it's only because Edmund allowed himself to put down his heavy load.
Look, this isn't fair.
Maybe not, but it is true. It is true. Come on. I know Edmund. I know the type. Hard-working, passionate, people who live with the weight of the world on their shoulders, who always do battle with their personal demons, who joust at windmills, and sure, when the mood takes them, they can turn on the juice and light up like a Christmas tree, huh? But when the fun's over, you tell me, whose mood is it that changes? Yours? No. I'd bet anything that it was Edmund that called the shots and set the tone.
Look, I don't want to do this, Tad. This is not fun for me.
Okay. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about you and me. Brooke, in all the time that we ever spent together, did you ever have to worry about taking a back seat to mood swings on an emotional roller coaster? I want you to know that as long as we're together, I don't care what we're doing. I don't care if we're out for a night on the town in New York, or we're taking Jamie to his first circus, or we're balancing the checkbook. As long as we're together, I won't be thinking about anybody but you. Because that, for me, that's great fun. Brooke, if you say yes, we could do it better than anybody ever has. Garçon.
Orsini,
Oh,
1991.
good choice. Made it with my own feet. Do you like parties? Nola loved them. You say the word, we could have a party every day of the week, from Monday to Friday. We could invent occasions for Saturday and Sunday. Think about it. There'd be end of the month parties and beginning of the month parties, birthdays, almost birthdays, wish it was my birthdays. You say the word. Say the word. You name it, we could come up with a party for
I
it.
don't think I could deal with a party a day.
Well, now, some parties are more private than others.
Like tonight?
Bravo. Brava. Yep. A loaf of bread, jug of Orsini, and now. Brooke, you don't need money to have fun. Seems to me we didn't have a whole lot of it 2 years ago. But between you and me, it makes it easier. And confidentially, I've got boatloads of it.
Oh, wait till you see the bill for your new decor.
I'll love it. I'm sure I'll love it. Which reminds me, I wanted to talk to you. You know, my favorite movie of all time is one with Cary Grant, you know, where he's got that train set in the house, right? And it runs from room to room. Covers 3 huge rooms. I've always wanted to do that. Maybe I will.
Well, I think that would be very nice with the new decor.
Don't be sarcastic. Jamie, for one, would love it.
Listen, no spoiling.
It wouldn't be spoiling. See, that's the thing. It would be something special, something unique, like Christmas. To remind him how exciting life is and can be.
All that from a train?
All right, then. To hell with that. It would just be fun. Huh? I'd love it. No matter how mature you're pretending to be, I know you'd love it. Imagine when Palmer and Opal or Phoebe would come over to visit. It's easy. You just run the sucker from the living room to the kitchen, make serving hors d'oeuvres a snap. We could entertain them and ignore them at the same time. We'll call it the Martin English Express. Or better yet, we'll call it the English Martin Express. Listen, the point is that with you, I feel like the possibilities are endless. If you married me, if you'd be my wife, I'd be the happiest man in the world. And it wouldn't matter whether I was rich or... But either way, I'd do everything in my power to make you happy.
I think it's very easy to paint a pretty picture.
So brush.
And it's not that I don't believe you, Tad. I think there would be more than enough fun to go around our house. I remember what it was like before.
Hey, come on now. I'm a little different. You know, coming back from the dead loosens the guy up a lot.
There's just one problem.
What is it? You name it, I'll fix it.
Just something very specific and very important that you've been sort of dancing around.
What? We've talked about everything. We talked about food, wine, fun, Jamie.
Train sets. You didn't say anything about love.
I proposed to you, and I didn't forget about love.
Tad, we don't have to get married, all right? We can stay friends.
Brooke, we're a lot more than friends. We always have been. Can't you at least admit that to yourself?
2 years ago, Tad, you were very clear. You didn't love me. I did not make it past friend.
2 years ago, I was an idiot.
You can't get out of it that easily.
I'm not trying to. Listen to me. We were happy together. We had fun. We made love. We made Jamie. Special doesn't even begin to cover it. I was the one that said I was in love with somebody else. I was the one that called this friendship. I can't believe I was that dense. We could take a poll. We could ask the general public. If they knew what was going to happen between us, they'd call me a fool.
But you weren't a fool. You were in love with Dixie. We had an affair.
Can we take a look at definitions here, okay? Listen. With one woman, I had anger, jealousy, angst, a big fat divorce. With another woman, I had passion, romance, humor, fun, trust, respect. I call that friendship.
I don't think Stalin was the only master of revisionist history.
All right, then let's forget the past. Today, here, in New York, I love you. You want reasons? I'll give you reasons. Your looks, your wit, your body, your warmth, our son. You know who Stalin is. And a million other reasons that I'll go into if you just give me the time. Brooke English, I love you. You know I'm telling you the truth, don't you?
I just wonder if there's some way that we could stop tonight, right now.
Why?
Why? Because this is all happening a little too fast.
It's me. I'm sorry. I just know how good it feels to be with you, and I don't want to waste another minute.
Well, it may take a little longer for me.
No problem. Take as much time as you need. No pressure, I promise. Go ahead. Ponder our situation, our place in the universe. Go over all the pros and cons, if you can find any cons, and then make up your mind. And when you do, give me a little advance notice, because I'd love to tie the knot in style.
As long as there's no pressure.
No pressure. Enough talk. You ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Herr, det är så nice to see. You know that only a guy that loves you would do that.
Check on Jamie. Would you like something?
Yeah. I know. Don't say anything, please. I'm going. You need time. I don't know why, but you do. So take it. But I told you the truth. I love you. Remember that. Tad loves Brooke. My proposal still stands.
trashed the place. And he made good on all the damages, but I got a feeling he's heading for an explosion. The countdown's already begun.
Starting a fight?
Yeah. I already threw out one drunk just before he could throw the first punch.
Look, Billy, Edmund isn't my responsibility.
I know. I already tried calling Mr. Merrick, but I couldn't get through. Is there anyone else I should call?
Can't you just send him home?
Dixie, I like my teeth. I'd like to keep them. Look, I'll figure something out. Sorry to bother you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
$10 says he busts the table.
$20 says he's going to trash the place.
Would you excuse us? Move it! All right, you. I've got 10 minutes. You tell me what the hell you think you're doing.
Look, when my life was a mess, Brian helped me out by just telling me the plain, ugly truth.
Uh-oh.
And in your case, it amounts to this. Looking for a fight, Edmund, is really, really stupid.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
All it does is prove that Brooke is right. I mean, I tell you, I would have dumped you too if I knew you were out here looking for trouble.
Who said Brooke's wrong? She's perfectly right in this case. I just don't want to throw her life down the tubes, okay?
She's not stronger than you think.
She won't listen to anything I have to say, so I can't help her.
Well, you certainly didn't check your ego at the door, did you?
What do you mean?
Brooke's life isn't going down the tubes because she dumped you.
No, it is because of Tad. He asked her to marry him.
No, it's a ridiculous rumor. He wouldn't do that.
I saw it with my own eyes. He popped the question in my office. Isn't that romantic?
He wouldn't do that.
Dixie, you can't be that surprised. I mean, you saw him making the moves on her.
Look, he had an affair with Brooke once, okay? And you might do that again, but marriage, no.
Why not? Brooke has his son. She's also classy, beautiful. I mean, what wine mogul wouldn't want her on his arm?
Look, he likes Brooke. He respects her. But how could he propose to her if he doesn't love her? That's cruel. He wouldn't do that.
You're right, it is cruel. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. All right? He's not doing it consciously to her.
What are you talking about, consciously?
Well, it's an old trick. I mean, by now he's trying to convince himself that he loves Brooke, all right? So he's repeated it 1,000 times in his head, I love Brooke. So by now he's convinced his beaten up heart that he really does love her. More than life itself. So when he does tell her, it's going to sound like gospel.
Good night, sunshine.
You know, I didn't come here to dump on you. That's why I went to the bar.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I ended up ruining your night anyway.
Do I look like my night is ruined?
Okay, well then thank you for coming to my rescue. I thank you. My face thanks you.
No problem.
You're right, you know. It's incredibly stupid to go looking for a fight. But just sometimes I get so frustrated, I just wanna.
I understand. And if I thought punching somebody would help, you would probably have 2 black eyes right now.
Ouch.
Edmund, there's nothing that we can do about Tad and Brooke. Not anymore.
That's not necessarily the case here. You know,
Don't you start with me with this.
Okay,
No,
I'm backing up. I'm backing up.
What, do you have a plan or something?
Besides staying away from jerks and bars?
Look, Tad and Brooke are going to do whatever they're going to do. If he wants her to marry him, well, that's her decision. We don't get a vote.
I ever tell you about men's incredibly stupid, dense pride?
No, but my mother mentioned something about it to me once.
Tad's been through the ringer, okay? And he finally figured out a way to show the world that he's back on top. And all it takes is a little gold ring around somebody's finger. The problem is it's not you. But he still loves you.
say that.
It's true. That's why he's doing all this.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If he can convince himself that he loves Brooke, then I promise you I can convince myself that I don't love him.
Hey, why don't I make you one of my famous omelets? I owe you at least that much.
No, thanks.
I got no other plans.
I'm okay.
Yeah, okay.
Look, my mother also told me that men aren't the only ones with pride. I'm fine. Good night.
It's late.